What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video. And today we got a very, very special guest for you guys. So, as you guys know, in terms of the resale game, for me, I'm still one of those people. I'm just running around different thrift stores, finding deals. Every once in a while, I'll do a wholesale here and there. But I know for a lot of people out there, everyone is really interested in how to get into liquidation, how to get into wholesale, really just how to scale your business in general. So today we got a very special guest, Andrew from NYE Shops. He's someone that specializes in doing liquidations and buyouts and stuff like that. So in today's video, he's going to give you guys just some insight, some share some of his experiences, and just let you guys kind of just gain some knowledge from what he does and how he runs his business. Because for me, I think this is super interesting. Definitely something I want to get more involved in as time progresses. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just let me just go ahead and add Andrew to the stream here for you guys. All right, what's going on, brother?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing
So
very good, very good. Glad to have you, man.
it's good to be on.
So introduce yourself. Let people know who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name's Andrew. Um, I have an eBay business. I do Amazon. I do a little bit of Macari, a little bit of Poshmark. I think everyone dabbles into everything just to get your feet wet everywhere. But my main focus is eBay. Um, I have a girlfriend. She's Nye. She shops, so it's Nye shops. She loves to shop,
Nice shot. Okay, my
which she loves to shop. Um, but yeah, I've been doing this for like 2-3 years, and how I got into liquidation buyouts was kind of by accident. There was a
bad.
GameStop closing in my area, and I knew if I said I'll take it all, I got a better price. So I kind of use that model when I go and try and find things. Now I've gotten to the point where I get liquidators that I deal with on a regular basis. But like to get those contacts, I was just calling. I called. I was like, I knocked on the door every day, basically. I would call
Mhm.
every time, say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm trying to do. And I tell people all the time, like, they're like, oh, can you give me a contact? No, but I could tell you, I could tell you where to call, but I can't give you a contact.
Right,
Everyone wants the
right.
contact. They want to do they want the outcome without the work, basically. So it's I tell people just do the work. Find out who's liquidating what, everything's on Google. Everything's on Google. You can find every store closing, every liquidator, they're on Google. They have a number.
So you said something interesting. So the first thing you said was you knew if you said buy it all, it would work. What was the mindset behind just buying it all instead of being one of those people that says, I'll buy all the clothes or I'll buy all the shoes? What was the mindset behind that?
The mindset, like, well, I knew you get a better price. That's for one.
Mm,
Like, and people that are like liquidators are looking to get rid of everything. They're not choosy about what they're selling. So everything's going at a set price. So if you can negotiate that price lower by saying I'll take it all, then take it all. You know what I mean? And eventually, like a lot of times we found stuff that we didn't even think was profitable. And then you look it up and you're like, oh my God, these things that have been sitting here that I wasn't listing because I was just like, like we listed tarot
right.
cards that we got from GameStop the other day, and they've been sitting for like 2 years, and they sold for $40 each. Like I was like, tarot cards, like you end up finding these little gems too that you don't even realize people pass over. So
So you said you ran through a GameStop. What other what like so what's some of the stores that you've hit in terms
um,
of like doing liquidation?
we've done a Macy's, we've done J.C. Penney's, we've done a store called Francesca's, we've done a bunch of those. GameStop's mainly the biggest one. We did 12 last year. Um, and I'd gotten the reputation of the guy that shows up.
My man said I did 12 last year. I love how everything is so casual. I did 12 GameStops last year. Like what? 12?
Yeah.
Did they did so was that like from your main contact, or were they just all
Yeah.
closing
So
in
I
contact?
like, well, I know they call me and we schedule it a month in advance. All right, we got a closing in March. So like the day of, so they close it before the actual closing date. I come in and they shut the door and I take everything. So, and for that, you get a little bit better discount than Joe Public.
Right.
So, right.
So you do. So do you have? Is it just you, or do you have like some staff that helps you kind of sort through all of these stuff? Because I can
No, it's
imagine.
just me. It's just me. You know what? I'm like up at 4 a.m. every day. I get yelled at because I'm like an alien. Like, how do you wake up at 4 a.m. every day and go to bed every night? But when you want something, this is your thing. It's nobody else's. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else can do it like you do it. So, I mean, you got to wake up early and go to bed late. If you want the type of future that you want to have, you have to put in the work right now. So,
I love it. I love it. So how long have you been? How long have you been in the game, the resale game? Because you sound like a pro.
2 years. That's
Wow.
really it.
So what were you doing before this?
I have a sales background. I actually used to teach people how to sell. I do a call in the morning with a bunch of people, and we brought that up today. It's an accountability group, and we brought it up today about reselling and about one of the ladies said she wants to feel better about like her limitations. And I said, that's all selling is. Like, so when you try and take like selling and you look at it like me, it was kind of hard jumping into this because I like to sell to people. I like the people aspect of it. But when you can't talk to the people, all you have is your pictures, your words, and it's just transference of certainty. They
Mm,
want to be certain that they're getting what you present to them. You know what I mean? So and that's all it really is. It's people transferring certainty. Here, this is what you're going to get. Hey, there's a flaw here, and you have to describe it, and the pictures have to show it, and that's it. But it's still the same mindset. It's still selling.
I love that because that's one thing that people always ask me all the time. Like, how do you make sales? Like, why do you do so well and I don't? Or those types of questions. But I always tell people, especially when it comes to something like eBay, it's just photos and the description.
Right,
So you have to make sure your photos are really good. You make your description as straight to the point as possible and just as clear as possible. The person knows exactly what they're getting, right?
right. Or
But
you can fold it on your bathroom floor and just make it cheap, and people will buy it. But
yeah, that I mean that works too. Some people, it's like you said, it's that certainty. Some people they buy on eBay and they know I love eBay. I'm buying. I trust their feedback. I'm buying. So it
right,
really doesn't matter. Sometimes you could go a little extra, have the full setup, but
right.
as long as the product is there and they know what they're getting, it's good. So other thing, I don't have a sales background. I just sell online. How has the sales background kind of helped you since you're primarily doing online business?
I think sales is building relationships with people too. And
Mm.
once you build those type of relationships, like my girlfriend gets mad because I send gift cards to everybody. Listen, hey, it's Thanksgiving. You're getting a gift card. You're getting a gift card. I just want you to remember me all the time. You're getting a gift card. So like when you have something coming up and then boom, there's a Dunkin' Donuts gift card in your email, you're gonna
That's
be like, hey, let me throw this guy some information. You know what I mean? So now when people call me, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There was a lady that I worked with on one of the Game Stops, and she called me and she said, hey, my husband's company is looking to liquidate privately, not go through a liquidator. There's $300,000 worth of inventory. Do you want it? You know, so I mean, like that's the first call she made was to me. So I was like, I was excited by that. You know what I mean? That was the relationship that I built. So
that's amazing. Was that close? Was that like a GameStop
it
situation or?
was it was like Christmas trees. It was something weird. It was Christmas, all Christmas. It was a Christmas store. All they had was Christmas lights, Christmas ornaments,
Wow.
and it was in the middle of Florida. So
To the middle of what?
I'm in the middle of Florida, which is kind of weird.
Mm.
I don't, but it's building the relationships with people and building that kind of rapport because sales is all about rapport. So when you build rapport with people, you get that type of, thing where they trust you, where they're going to come back to you. Hey, listen, I know this guy is going to be here when he says he's going to be here. If we're closing on, a lot of stores too, their lease is up. So like if they have to be out on the 3rd, you got to be there and have all the stuff going. Like that's part of your responsibility. It's not like, hey, I'm going to take it all and then I'm going to pick it up whenever. It's not just paying for it, it's removing it too. So
So that's another reason why I asked earlier if you have people. So one thing that for me, I'm more of like a logistics operations guy, right? So as soon as I start hearing you're buying a whole store, in my mind, I'm like, you're at least gonna get maybe 2 or 3 contractors out there with you to kind of help, or some buddies to kind of help you.
I have kids. I have teenage kids. Those are just they work for free. You want tonight, you're working. Like no, but mainly, you know what? A lot of times I'm like putting in the work myself. Like just I'm cheap. So I'm trying to save the money. Like, hey, I'll make 2 or 3 trips. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I'm the same way. I'm trying to get out of that mentality. That's why I'm asking, because I'm trying to actually get out of that mentality. I'm like hearing how other people scale their business and how they really just take their business to that next level, right? And it usually involves at least 2 to 3 other people. You know, somebody to kind of whether it's somebody to do more of the physical labor, or whether it's somebody to do more of like the foresight, somebody that's more like a visionary to kind of steer the business. And then there's somebody that's just like an expert within it and they kind of know all the ins and outs. What's your views on that?
I think people scale too quick. I think people, it's real capital intensive. When you hire someone, you're not only hiring someone, you're hiring their boyfriend, their mother. I don't know how many times grandmothers die. Oh, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But when you have employees, that's what you have. So like, I know that, you start paying someone, whether or not sales are coming in, you're still paying someone. They don't care that, you know what? They don't care it was a slow week. You still have to pay them. So I think a lot of people think, this could be done by yourself. You can make 6 figures by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact. So do you have plans on bringing in anybody soon, or are you trying to stick to the one-man show?
I'm trying to stick to, it's me and my girlfriend, so it's a 2-man operation,
Right. Well, that's dope. My bad, I said NYE. Nice.
So I don't know. Do you have your wife working with you, or?
Yeah, my wife, she used to be in the business for a while. She was in the business before Sage was born. She was really helping out a lot, but now she's full-time mom. You know what I mean? Not only that, but on top of that, we're running the wine business, the Flip Narrative wine business. So her plate is full. So in terms of trying to help with eBay as well, that's asking way too much. You know what I mean? But
now I was going to ask you, what's your take? Because I think, like right now, this is a real big fad. A lot of people are getting into it, and the strong survive. So like, ultimately, I think there's going to be a lot of resellers out there with a lot of death pile that's going to be, wholesaled or liquidated or whatever. But I think too, people that take advantage of that know that, like, hey, this company is going out. Like this reseller, do you buy from resellers? Like, I've come into that thing where resellers say, hey, listen, I can't do this anymore for whatever reason. It looks easier, it sounds easier, but can you buy all my inventory? You know what I mean? Have you come across that yet? You feel kind of bad, but
I came across that at least. Yeah, I was saying I came across that at least 4 or 5 times. Like when I first moved to Arizona, it was actually this one woman that was she was maybe like an hour away from me, but she said she's been selling on Poshmark for a while. She's been selling on eBay, and she just wanted to switch business models altogether. So I literally just pulled up to her house. And Dom and I just pulled up over there. This is before she was pregnant. Pulled up, loaded up the car, and just cash her out. We spent maybe $300 or $400 for a few thousand worth of inventory. So that was a good day.
Right.
I think one of the things My bad. I didn't want to cut you off.
No. I think, but that's like part of the problem with resellers too. Is we buy, me myself too. I bought into all the, you need to have this program, you need to have simple posture, you need to have this, you need to have this, you need to have a repricer, you need to have that. And when it breaks down to it, all my subscriptions are gone. Like I have simple posture, I can't lie, but you fall into that, and then like there's all these websites like bulk.com. Like
Mm.
I'm not trying to say that you don't get good stuff, but like a lot of them are geared towards, oh, you're going to get mystery boxes. Like, listen, I got to know what I'm getting. Like,
Right.
I mean, I think a lot of people that want to buy wholesale, they go on bulk.com, or they go on these like, and I don't know, I haven't bought from them personally, so I don't know, but I know I've heard a lot of experience of websites where they're liquidation.com and this.com.
Mhm.
And like, listen, they're making money, you know, like people that do Amazon returns, it says, oh, you're going to get, you got to know how much you're getting retail value for that stuff. Like, so
Right.
there's a lot of like gimmicks out there. And I tell people, just be careful. Like, know who you're dealing with. I think you were talking about this in one episode, like with getting suppliers and stuff like that. Know who it is. Like, deal with them. Do a test run. If someone won't let you do a test run, don't buy with them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually had a couple people reach out to me from that video in particular. I've spoke about it a few times, but I've had some people reference that video, and they would be wholesalers and they would reach out to me, and it was always very sketchy. Like they would see the audience or they would see the subscribers and say, okay, let me send you some stuff, and then I'll give you a discount code for your subscribers, and then we'll sell them like mystery boxes. And I'm just like, no, like that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But it's people out there that like that's how they make money. They make money because they strip all the good stuff out and then they sell you the junk at
Right.
the price that they paid for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got to be careful out there, man.
Right.
So you said you use Simple Pasha. What's that? I never heard of that.
It's a bot. I don't think you're supposed to be using it. It's the
Oh,
bot that does the
don't
shit.
be ashamed. If it's a bot, we could talk bots. Like you said it nervous. Don't be
Oh
nervous.
no, I don't like. I don't know. I don't know. The terms and conditions of Poshmark, I don't know, but yeah, there's it's a bot that does sharing.
Oh, it does the sharing for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to get into it in the sense of like looking for a bot, looking for something that I could literally just share my closet a few times a day, and
Yeah.
then I stopped using Poshmark as much. So I was like, why would I why would I pay for a bot if I'm not using the platform and
Right.
in the return? Like, how's your Poshmark business doing for you?
Not
Terrible. Not
terrible.
good. Yeah.
Well, Poshmark is all front loaded stuff anyway. So it's like you could have an Old Navy t-shirt that sells. Like it's all front loaded. So it's like it's not really what the customer is looking for, it's what the customer is forced to see. You know what I mean?
Okay. I
So
would have to ask, what do you mean by front loaded? But yeah.
right, like even Macari, like you were talking about Macari last time, it's all like newer listings go to the top, and like if it doesn't sell right away, it seems to just like disappear on Macari. So I just try and stay on eBay. There's more traffic. When you look at the data of like how many people are on eBay compared to how many people are on Poshmark, or like what the sales is on eBay compared to what the sales is on Poshmark and Macari put together, eBay's just like the dominant one. So
Crushing it. Yeah, that I've noticed that because I think in the beginning with Poshmark, it was I don't know if they just had a bigger marketing budget, if they just had that probably did have a lot to do with it. But I know at one point sales were booming. Like I would put something up and it would be a pair of Jordans or whatever, and it will sell super quick. Now it's nothing like that, and it might just be like an influx of people on the platform sharing their stuff nonstop. That
but I think it's like a bunch of resellers all sharing their stuff. Like everyone's sharing to resellers. Like,
right
where's the customer? Right.
there it is. It's no customers because I mean I search for specific brands like Brooklyn Circuit. This is a brand that I would like literally save and check for every day just to see if a jacket pops up. But unless you're searching for a particular brand on Poshmark, you're not going to see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're on eBay, you're on Amazon. Which one is your favorite? Since you've been doing it for a couple of years, which one is your
eBay.
favorite?
eBay.
Hands down,
eBay.
huh?
eBay. Amazon is great for certain things. Amazon can get a little. It's more than when people say, "Oh, you just send it to FBA." There's a lot of like tending to the garden, so to speak. When you send your stuff to FBA, you got to always be repricing, and then like again, you could have a repricer for that. But like, if you don't have, like I say, you got to have a strong stomach, because if you're not willing to race to the bottom, your stuff will sit. It's only price oriented. So if you cannot be the cheapest, if your margins are slim and you can't deal with slim margins, a lot of people I think get in and they think they're gonna find something for $1 and sell it for 40, like on eBay. You're not. You're gonna find something for $1 and sell it for $1.38. You know what I mean? That's the margins you should expect. Like, it's really,
Yeah. So for someone like me that's not on Amazon, you think it's worth it to try to sell on Amazon in 2022?
I think Amazon's only getting bigger. I think we all shop on Amazon. Everyone, I think everyone now is like, Alexa, I need,
Right.
right. But I mean, I would try everything. That's the other thing. Stick your toe in, get wet a little bit, but, understand that it's a race to the bottom. It's really how cheap you can be. So
Man, that
I
is
don't know if that's good. I think it's a little more capital intensive than most people think. Because, like,
so
again,
you
too,
think it's more like, 'cause from what I'm hearing, I'm thinking it's more.
you cut out for a second.
My bad. I keep seeing the little signal service on here, but from my perspective, from what I'm hearing you say, I'm thinking it's more like a volume game. So if my margin, say I sell something, I pick it up for $1, I end up selling it for $2. The game is really to do as much volume as possible.
Right. I mean, if you don't have quantity, it's kind of pointless. You know what I mean?
That's why when I go to the Goodwill, I'll see these booksellers and they're like filling up their cart.
Books, yeah. Like, yeah, I guess if you get like I see them with the scanners and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know books. Like, then that's like another thing. Like, and you know what? I think with your mind and my mind, we're always interested in, okay, can I make money over here? But I think when you start putting your mind so many different places, you start like going like I'm in Walmart. I can't shop at Walmart anymore. Like, just shop. I can't do. I'm like beep, 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 and people are like, "What the hell is it?" I'm like beep, 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 beep. Like, listen. I went to Walmart tonight. And it's funny too. I got these gloves. I got like golf gloves. I was in the clearance aisle going nuts, and the lady's like, "What do you need 100 pair of gloves for?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
Right, mind your business.
I said, "Listen, I saw on eBay, but you know what? You could tell 100 people, and they'll be like, rah, 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 let's go." And I'm selling them NBA 2K19 because they're sitting at home playing PlayStation. You know what I mean? You can tell people, you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink.
I think that kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier, in the sense of like, so many resellers are going to be, basically so much resellers are coming into the game now. Everybody's trying to do side hustles and work from home and stuff like that. But the number one thing why I've never been concerned, once people see the amount of work that it takes, they just fall by the wayside. You know what I mean? They think it's, I just take a picture and I sit back and I wait till it sells. Like, no, it's way more than that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. One of these days, I think one of these days I'm a nah, let me not even take it there. Let me not even take it there. Joseph A, big shout out to my boy Akil. Been watching for a while, brother, and your hustle helped me officially make 100K in 2021. Congrats to you, my man. That's what's up. Once you start making 100K off of reselling, you start seeing things different. You know what I mean? You start really trying to narrow down your business and trying to do better with things. You've only been doing this for 2 years, though. You said,
yeah.
Straight up. How long did it take for you to get to that 6-figure mark?
This year we got there. Yeah,
that's 2021.
Yeah, right.
That's what's up. Well, congrats to you too, man. Because
thank you.
It took me a while. It took my first year, I think, was 20, like 20 something thousand. The next was like 40. And then the third is when I actually hit six figures.
Right. But I feel like I got lucky. Like two, I got GameStops and then pandemic hit. And
Mm,
video games took off where, and there's certain like reward system to that eBay sound, that little ching, because I
yeah,
think everybody hears it and goes, you get excited. No matter if it's the first sale of the day or the 20th sale of the day or the 50th sale of the day, you're like, you look.
right. It's because you
There's a
know.
certain mentality to that. I think eBay is smart because they want you to sell. They want that reward system, the little carrot and the horse, like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, if you make a sale, you're gonna hear this little cha-ching. So
Right. No, but you said something interesting because you said you think you got lucky. Expound on that a little bit more,
right.
because
I don't think you really get lucky. I think it was the right timing. It was good timing.
because now with the experience you have from last year, like you said, is booming all of these things. You still learn so much fair of experience. So I'm pretty sure just from last year's experience, you still be able to, grow the business, if not more, if not double or triple in the next few years based on the experience you had before. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
As long as you could get in these liquidation deals,
Right.
because that's where it's really at. So I
Right.
was
But a
gonna
lot of
ask.
times too. Oh, go ahead. A lot of times when you get liquidation, you're not sure what you're getting. So you can get, junk. You can get goods. Like I said, I've gotten some stuff where you look at it and you're like, trash, trash. You know what? Like, and some stuff isn't waste your. It's not worth your time to list. You know what? I was going through a box of stuff today and I said, listen, this is all donation. Like, it's not worth my time.
Yeah. So it was GameStop. It was Macy's. I think you said it was
Lord and
Francesca,
Taylor.
Lord and Taylor. So you're doing some clothes and some games as well.
Yep. There was Francesca's. Francesca's, I'm not really. I get mad about that. I didn't know what Francesca's was before the liquidator called me. And I went to the mall. I'm like, oh, it's a mall store. It's like, if anyone knows what Rainbow is, it's like Rainbow but upscale. Like the stuff,
Oh,
it falls apart. Like.
damn.
So I mean, like, and I was telling like my girlfriend, I said, listen, I don't want to sell this stuff online because people think that you're selling them the stuff. Like, so she's like, but don't they know the quality of it? And I'm like, no, they're looking at you. So when they wash it once and it rips or it tears or it doesn't fit right afterwards, they're going to call you, they're coming to you. So like, I'd rather just wholesale all that. Hey, if you want it, good luck, you know.
So you wholesale stuff. Let people know how they could reach out if they want to, because I'm guaranteed there's going to be somebody that hears this and says, "Oh, I sell Francesca's all the time. I sell high end Rainbow every day."
Right.
so so let people know how they could get in touch with you if they want to get a wholesale package or something.
You can email me at ndctllc@gmail.com. And also, you can reach me at Nice Shops on eBay. I think we were Googling it earlier. You can Google it. It comes up.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna make sure I put all your info in the description because I'm pretty sure people are gonna reach out, man. I'll tell you, the wholesale and liquidation is one of those things that everybody's kind of enamored with because it's for us, everybody's running around in thrift stores, like yard sales, all those types of stuff, treasure hunting. But once you kind of realize that you're basically just on a hamster wheel, everybody's trying to buy in bulk. And
right.
I think that's the thing that everybody's kind of aspiring towards. So I'm just glad you're just kind of able to, share some insight. I
Right,
took
but you know what? It's just persistence. I think it's just, hey, listen, you can Google right now Macy's closings, and they'll tell you. I think there's one actually closing in Arizona, but just reverse engineer everything. Find out who the liquidator is. I go in most of the time, and I talk to liquidators months before it actually closes. I go in, I talk to them a week before. I let them know, hey, I'm definitely serious. You know what? If you're ready to deal, I'll deal right now with you. Like, so it's just, you know, staying persistent and being on top of things. And people, when they know that you're you know, you're gonna call them every day, hey, how you doing? They're like, what do you want? I'm like, are we ready to deal yet? You know, like, I call them every day. They get sick of hearing me.
Right. I mean, the difference is that you're from New York, so the mentality is different.
Right.
Most people hearing other people hearing you say that, they're like, "What? I'm not gonna call the same person nonstop and do this every day." But when you're from New York and you're trying to get it, that is all we know.
Right.
That is the hustle.
Right.
Once
You
I'm
again? You know what? They finally say to you, all right, man, you know what? What do you want? You know,
that's
they give
exactly
up.
that's
People
exactly,
understand persistence.
and they respect it.
Right.
And overall, everything else. So this was dope. I'm trying to think of. I had another question in terms of if you guys got questions in the chat, throw those questions in the chat, and we can start answering the questions that you guys may have. But I know I had a specific question. Um, I'm gonna take it back to Amazon because, like I was saying before, I bought some books and I bought a scanner. Like, okay, I'm about to change the game. I'm about to start adding more. And now I'm like, I don't think this was a good idea because they're still sitting in the garage to this day.
Right. I got the scanner too. It's sitting. It's holding up my table leg propped up. You know, like no, it's yeah,
So it's mainly games that you're doing on Amazon.
yeah,
Any horror stories from selling on Amazon? Because I hear them all
yeah.
the time.
Returns, like people buy. I've heard returns of people buying like shampoo on there and using half the bottle and returning it. I get a lot of people opening the games, using the digital code, and then returning it. And then I'm like, out the money. Like,
Damn.
but I think, like, I tell people it like all the time, if a return is making up a big part of your business, like if you can't afford to lose that $40, don't go on. Because like if you're not doing volume and you just have one or two, you know, onesie twosies, and you sell a game for $40 and it gets returned and it's not the same game, or it's the digital code is used, and it really makes a difference, because sometimes it does make a difference to people. That money does. Like, you shouldn't be on Amazon because it's a lot of, you know, I get a lot of it, but like I get a lot of sales too that compound that. So it's like, you know, I'm not worried about it at the end of the day. If you are, and like that's in my house, my girlfriend gets, she's like, you know, she wants to stalk people down and be like, hey, I want my money, you know. And it's funny because that's her mentality. Like we joke and laugh about it, but like she's like, she gets really mad, and I say, you can't let it bother you. Just have to keep, you know, put your head down and keep moving.
Yeah, that's one thing I had to learn because when I first got on eBay, I think the difference is in the beginning, you just can't afford to lose that $40
Right.
or that $80. So it hurts. But
Right.
once you realize that time that you spend trying to hunt down eBay, majority of the time they're not going to do anything for you anyway. Same with Amazon. So
right. I found, like, I'm top rated plus, and I found that eBay has been helping me a little bit more. Like in the beginning, they were just like everything to the buyer. But right now they're pretty good. I think eBay is like diplomatic. Like,
right.
you know, we had a return, but it was clearly not the item, and eBay gave us the money and they refunded them. They didn't take it out of our fees. So I mean, I can't complain about that. So eBay has been, you know, I think when you're top rated too, I think they give you a little bit better, like a little bit better deals. I think you get a discount too on like things. Yeah. And it, like, if you offer free returns,
Yeah.
you get top rated plus. So I think they eat the cost of certain things.
So with
I'm
the
not sure.
top rated plus, I
I
was gonna
think you have
say
to offer
I don't.
free,
Oh, okay.
you have to offer
Because
free returns for all your inventory.
So does that do you get a bunch of returns on eBay because you give free returns or no?
Not really. No, but you
Okay.
get your fair share of frivolous stuff. You know, like I'm sure everyone gets returns, but I mean, I don't have a. I think I have a really, really low return rate. So
That's good.
it,
That's good.
I think it's like peace of mind if you tell a customer. Like I don't do free shipping though at all, because like if you're gonna return it to me for free, I'm gonna lose on the front end and the back end. So
Right.
like I
Right.
charge shipping for everything. Plus, I think people are smart enough to know if something's $15.99 free shipping and mine's $9.99 plus shipping, they're just building the shipping into the price.
Right.
Right.
It's, for me, two things. I try to stop selling things that's too cheap, like $9.99, $15.99, those types of prices. I've tried to like cut those out of my store. Like if I
Right.
get it for free in like a bundle, cool, I'll list it. But I try to cut it out for that reason because I still do free shipping, but hearing you speak now, I'm like, maybe I should offer free returns and just not do free shipping anymore to see if I can benefit from that top rated plus, you know?
Right.
That might
Plus,
be,
people pay shipping. People, you know what? People pay shipping. People pay shipping on Amazon. I think that's a misconception that people don't pay shipping. It's if you have Prime, you get free 1 day delivery or whatever. But like people pay shipping all the time.
yeah. I think Amazon, I don't know what it was like, but it just seemed like for a very long time, eBay was just pushing free return, well, free shipping.
Free shipping, free returns, and that little you got the little car that went around, on your
Mm-hmm.
badge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like if you were doing that, your sales would do way better. But now I'm kind of like, I don't know. I kind of just want to test it. I'll do a
Well,
test.
shipping went up so much in the past, where, you know, inflation goes up, shipping goes up. People, you just kind of have to. I think people see a lower price and they buy because of the lower price plus shipping. Like, if you see something that's $9.99, then you see something that's $15.99, your eyes go for the $9.99 thing. You know what I mean?
That's a good perspective. I'm gonna do a test and I'm gonna try it because for a long time I've only been doing. I started charging for shipping for most items, but I still do a lot of free shipping. So I think even if it's $15, still do shipping just to see if it works.
Right.
Yeah. We got some questions here in the chat. I get a lot of shoe returns where people go hiking in the shoes and return them. Yeah. Do you so since you sell on Amazon, you get a lot of returns. When you get the returns, do they come to you or do they go back to FBA and then you have to like sort it out that way?
They go back to FBA, and then FBA will tell you that you either have to destroy it or you have to have it sent back to you.
Mm,
And a lot of times, it's just cheaper just to have them destroy it. So
they destroy it.
they destroy it, right. But then they go and sell it to people buy all those Amazon returns and stuff like that. So that's where those websites come from. So
Mhm. Anytime I've sold software on eBay, it's returned, open, code used, etc. Damn, that's tough.
okay, so here's my response to that, Monica. I sell everything. My returns are it must be returned in the same condition as purchased. So if it's not, eBay sided with me a lot of that. So like
Come on,
I put that in my little
out.
in my
Start over,
okay.
cutting
So
out. I want to make sure she heard you.
okay, I put in my description returns are accepted in the same condition as purchased. So if it's brand new and you opened it, I don't accept it. So you're not getting a refund. Like, bottom line. I mean, and I refund everybody. Like I refund people, no problem. But if you don't follow the terms and conditions of and it's in there in my description, if it's not returned in the same condition as purchased, it was sent to you in new condition. If you send it to me in used condition, case closed. eBay sides with me every time.
Really?
Yes.
I need to add that to the description. I never even thought of doing that. Literally never thought of doing that.
It covers all your bases. If it's not returned to you in the same condition, now it gets hard when it's pre-owned because it's pre-owned condition. But when the condition changes, like from new to pre-owned, they side with you every time.
See, that's a gem. That's a gem right there. I think I never thought of that because I've been selling pre-owned for so long that I never even thought of that. So it's like, and I have templates for my description, so it's not even anything for me to add to that. But now I'm definitely gonna add that. Anything new, I'm gonna add that to the description and see. Damn, that's a gem. Thank you for that one.
Yeah.
Monica says eBay wasn't helpful, so I just suck it up and refund. Yeah, that's that. I just call it the cost of business. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta deal with it. That even though it hurts sometimes, you just gotta deal with it.
Right. I don't know what you feel about promoted listings. I do promoted listings not because I think they work, not because I think they're good, but I just feel like, hey, listen, sometimes you got to buy the boss a coffee in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my way of thinking about it. Hey, listen, I'm going to give you some extra money. Right. Even though I know you don't need it, I'm going to give you some extra. I don't think you really get much more traffic. Me, myself, I know people say that they've used it and it works and whatever. I just feel like it's the cost of doing business. So here you go. Here you go, boss. Here's some extra money.
Yeah, it was basically
right. I feel like they favor you if you do that. Like,
yeah, because when you think about it, they have the scale where it's like 1 to 100,
right?
1 to 1,000, and it's like, why would you treat the person that's promoting it at this? Like, you can never treat, have their stuff at 1 the same as the person that has it as 100. But then the person that doesn't promote it at all, are you just not going to show that listing? Like, to me, the right. listing itself, the photos, the description, everything still has to stand out. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Like, I'm under a lot of sponsored listings. It'll be sponsored me, sponsored me. And I'm above some sponsored listings. So it's like, you know what? The listing speaks for itself. You don't really need promoted. I just feel like I do it on some items. Like I said, here you go. Here's a few extra bucks. That's it.
That's a good way to look at it. I know for me, everything I do, every listing is usually promoted at 1, at least everything. I never did anything more than 1, but damn near everything in the store is promoted at 1, and it works. At least for me, I haven't seen it in a way where it doesn't, but I mean, we'll see. My man, Fundamentals in the building was good, brother. But yeah, man. So you shared a lot of gems today. Let people know how they can find. No, before we even get into that, I know you wanted to do the giveaway. Let's jump into that.
Okay. So Akil is sponsoring these for today. I don't know how you want to do it, how you want to give them away. These are all Xbox Series X. You can resell them, you can use them, do whatever you want with them. You can give them away to 3 people if you want. Let me know what you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 3. Give them away to 3 people. I'm trying to think of a way to. Damn, I'm trying to think of a way to do it. Is there like a?
There's like a randomizer, but I don't know how you get people.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't necessarily know. So let's do this. Thinking of a number from 1 through 10. Whoever gets that number, just drop it in the chat. I'm gonna write it on a piece of paper. That way you know I'm not lying. Let's do that. And I'm even thinking for all 3. Let's give that person all 3. So boom, I got it written down on this piece of paper. One through 10. Cam said 23. Number is 1 through 10. Yeah, let's do it for all three because I'm sure somebody just got either going to flip them,
Right.
or they can be a sports person and they going to play them.
Okay. Also, too, I want to do another giveaway with you. I don't know what it's going to be. Going to be something better than this, but you can use the word Akil 20 off. Akil 20 off at my store, Nice Shops on eBay, and you'll get 20% off your purchase. And when you purchase something, just message me with your name, and I'll send them all to Akil. At the end of, I think it's like 2 weeks, I'm running the sale. At the end of 2 weeks, we'll do another live, and we'll do something special for the giveaway.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. Throw it in the chat. Oh no, what did I do? I put 20F Akil.
20 off.
20 off. Over here typing too fast. Nobody got it yet? 1 through 10. Nobody got it yet. Yeah, I like that. That'll give people a reason to run over to check it out. Learn from how you run and everything. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice shops. Yeah, you said your girl, does she help you within the business, or is like the Poshmark side her thing since it's the clothing?
She does the Poshmark side thing. I can't deal with the sharing and the sending offers. I feel like people on Poshmark expect an offer. Nobody buys outright. Like,
Yeah,
I get mad because I'm like, if you stop sharing and just buy, I'll share my own stuff. Just buy.
Right. That's
Right.
one thing for me I hate it, because I wish there was a way for you to just price it and then not have to even accept the offer. I put an item up there for $50. Yesterday I got an offer for 25. And It's just like, why would I accept that? Who would accept? You know what I mean? But that's Poshmark for you. Still nothing yet.
And then you build it up higher because you know you're getting an offer. So like now something that you would sell for $50, you got it listed for $90 because you know you're taking an offer. So like it's kind of skewed in that way too. Like I think when you get into that mentality, you lose on eBay because you have to be competitively priced on eBay, not thinking, so when you are in the Poshmark mentality, you're automatically thinking, hey, I want $50 for this, so I got to list it for 90 because somebody's going to make me some kind of crazy, weird, offer. Like, you know what I mean?
You price yourself out of the market.
Right. So now when you go to eBay, you think, well, everyone's going to send me an offer, so I'm just going to list it higher. But I don't think you rank as well if you're not competitively priced,
That's a fact. I was just looking up listings yesterday, and I sorted them from like highest price, and it was so random that some of the stuff that people have priced for like $50 with $1,000 shipping, and it's at the very top when you sort it in that order. I'm like, what is that about? I don't know if that's money laundering or what, but I'm just like,
well, I mean, I think that there's like, have you heard about the Beanie Baby thing with the money laundering? Like people sold Beanie Babies. Like I've been in the thrift and I was like, oh, Beanie Babies, and I'm like, these sell for a lot. And you go and you look them up. You look at sold Beanie Babies, and they sell for tens and 20,000s, and you're like, this is what I got. And then you look at what the real comps are. Like one will have sold for 20,000. You're trying to figure out what happened, and someone told me that's a lot of money laundering that goes on. So I don't know.
That, and it's terrible that that's how my mind works, but that's literally the first thing I thought of. I was like, it has to be.
That's the New York state of mind there.
I'm like, it has to be, because why would this be priced so crazy? Like you're clearly trying to cover up something. Clearly,
right?
I don't know. It's amazing. I put 1 through 10. I said 1 through 10. Nobody got it yet. I wrote it down on this piece of paper. I didn't change it yet. I mean, said, Obina, I fell for the Beanie Baby thing when I first started reselling. Yeah, a lot of people.
I think a lot of people did. Like, and you see them and you're like, oh my God, these are gold. And you look up and you know what? I think as resellers, we look up one sold comp and we see that one high number. That's it. It's a wrap. You can look at 9 $2 ones, but you see that one that says $400 and you're sold. That's it.
That's a fact. I would look at it. I'll go to that listing, and I'm trying to see what like specific about that thing, and I'm just like, oh, I got that same dirt mark on mine. Let me go ahead and list it. But it never works. Never works. I tell people all the time, I try to sell stuff that has, if it's 50 active listings, I try to find stuff that has 50 solds or 40 sales, or even better if it's like 100 sales. That way I know it sells, and it sells often. That's the trick for me. Finally, Becky Shep, you got it. Becky Shep got it. Where's the camera? Number 8. Becky Shep. So Becky, reach out to Nice Shops on IG. Let him know your where he could ship it to, and he will send it out to you. It's at Nice Shops on IG, right?
Yeah.
Right, very good. So yeah, man, that was a blessing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, be able to help.
Congratulations, Becky.
Congrats, Becky, for sure. So, like I said before, let everybody know where they can find you. Anything you want to plug, anything you want to let people know. Now's your time.
Yeah, Nice Shops. You can find me at Nice Shops on IG. You can find me at Nice. Oh, you can find me at Nice Shops on IG. Nice Shops at eBay. Yeah, you can find me at Nice Shops at Poshmark, but that sort of thing. But no, Nice Shops at Poshmark. Anything really. I think I'm on Macari. I think I show up there, but but use the coupon code Akil20 off, and you can shop my store and be entered into a chance to win something better. I don't know what it is yet. We'll figure it out. Me and Akil will figure it out. But just keep hustling, keep grinding. Because I tell a lot of people too, this ain't for the weakest stomach. You have to be every day. It's more work. People say, "Oh, you work from home. You could just work when you want."
And that's part of the problem.
I think your schedule is tighter because you know what? Like I'm like, oh my God, what's that outside? I heard a noise. Like you know what? Like anything, it gets you sidetracked. The phone rings.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody calls you. Somebody always got the best story for you. Listen, I got to tell you what happened. You're like, for real? Like now all of a sudden you're like in a 2-hour conversation about some idiot down the street. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, it's tough. It's tough. Working from home is not it's not as glamorous as people think it is.
Right.
And being an entrepreneur definitely isn't as glamorous as people think it is. But if you got the determination, the will to do it, you got that hustle in you, you'll be able to win. Absolutely. Let's leave it on that. Thanks again for your time, Andrew. This was great. Definitely appreciate some of the insight. And I'm gonna have you back on here soon so we could do that other giveaway, and just so you could, share some more stories, because I definitely appreciated this, man.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot. I enjoyed being on. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Thank you. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.